वेलकम टू मास्टरप्रेन्योर, वक्त और किस्मत का खिलाड़ी। यहां होगी तलाश इंडिया के सबसे बेहतरीन बिजनेस टैलेंट की। हम ढूंढ रहे हैं ऐसे एंटरप्रेन्योर्स जो बनेंगे भारत के तरक्की के चैंपियंस। मास्टरप्रेन्योर का यह पहला साल है और इस पहले ही साल में हमें 750 एंट्रीज आई हैं। इन 750 एंट्रीज में से हमने कुछ बेहतरीन लोगों को शॉर्टलिस्ट किया है और बांटा है उन्हें 4 जोन्स में, साउथ, नॉर्थ, ईस्ट और वेस्ट। और इनमें से कुछ चुनिंदा और होनहार कैंडिडेट्स को मिल रहा है मौका हमारी जूरी के सामने अपने बिजनेस को पिच करने का। हम हैं आज देश की राजधानी दिल्ली में और यहीं पर शुरुआत हो रही है मास्टरप्रेन्योर के जोनल राउंड की। नॉर्थ जोन से हमारे हाथ लगी है तकरीबन 200 एंट्रीज, यानी कि 200 बिजनेस आइडियाज। लेकिन इन 200 लोगों में से हमने शॉर्टलिस्ट किए हैं सबसे शानदार और होनहार कैंडिडेट्स को। 12 लोगों को मौका मिल रहा है हमारी जूरी के सामने अपने बिजनेस को पेश करने का, यानी कि आज होगा उनके बिजनेस का इम्तिहान। तो चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं मास्टरप्रेन्योर के नॉर्थ जोन के राउंड के साथ। हमारे साथ हैं हमारी ऑनरेबल जूरी अनिल सिन्हा, भरत कौशल, संजय कपूर, विक्की खोसला और अंकुर भाटिया। अब मिलते हैं हमारे नॉर्थ जोन के कंटेस्टेंट से और देखते हैं हमारी जूरी को इंप्रेस करने के लिए वो क्या तैयारी करके आए हैं। नॉर्थ जोन में है मास्टरप्रेन्योर के ये 10 चैलेंजर्स जो आज करेंगे सामना हमारी जूरी का और करेंगे कोशिश उन्हें इंप्रेस कर सेमीफाइनल का टिकट पाने की। मास्टरप्रेन्योर की जोनल राउंड शुरू हो चुके हैं और जूरी तैयार है इन तमाम कंटेस्टेंट्स को जज करने के लिए, इनके बिजनेस आइडियाज को परखने के लिए। पहले प्रतियोगी हैं एलिवेट टेक्नोलॉजीज के राजेश कुमार।
We are utilizing our IT consultancy and service expertise to build an IT solution for the businesses we are working for, and we have been worked in a domain like healthcare, media, and non-profit organization where we are building up ERP solutions. We started targeting another problem. This is about the healthcare domain. In this healthcare domain, we are trying to build a solution which is targeting on the preventive care. In this preventive care, we are targeting onto providing a preventive care to the pyramid of bottom of pyramid population in India, where we are targeting to provide healthcare to the end users at the 1 rupee per day model. So we are building targeting diabetic, obesity, hypertension, and the heart-related diseases, and we are trying to solve this particular issue, like or rising of this, by monitoring and building up a hardware. I got my small prototype which we built by ourselves, and this solution, this particular device supports almost 9 vitals, 2 by extensions and 5 by inbuilt sensors. It collects the data by real time, push this data onto the cloud, send you the particular suggestions on your cell phone in SMS, and you can also analyze that if you're monitoring complete family, you can see that if we are managing 3 generation the family, by seeing the parents data, we can tell that their kids health would be on the same lifestyle and providing a lifestyle suggestion to the every individual.
जब आपको डेटा मिलता है पेशेंट से या आपके क्लाइंट से, ये वेरीफाई कौन करता है?
We are giving a interface to the doctors or the health support system where they see the data, they give a suggestion, we record that suggestions and identify if we can automate the particular thing or not. So kind of knowledge building solution we are putting in our background.
बट एक मेरे को क्वेश्चन है, इसी आपका जो हेल्थ केयर जो इनिशिएटिव है, आपने टेस्टिंग की है, कौन आपको पेमेंट करेगा और कितनी पेमेंट करेगा?
Yes.
अगर आप बोल रहे हो कि गरीब आपको बीओपी पेमेंट करेगा, तो उसके लिए कोई टेस्टिंग और मार्केट अवेयरनेस बहुत जरूरी है।
Yes.
और इसमें सिर्फ सर्विसेज भी नहीं, अवेयरनेस भी क्रिएट होनी पड़ेगी और पब्लिक गुड भी है इसका।
I formed this company 2 years ago. So the vision primarily is ecological and just food production. It's a pretty simple model. We work directly with farmer groups. You know, we tell them what all products we need. They cultivate based on our requirements. There's no contract as such because, you know, our demand is limited right now. We purchase whatever we can, pay them 25% premiums over the highest mandi price in their local area. Here on the consumer side, of course, organic demands a premium right now, not because it's more expensive to grow it, but managing the whole supply chain at the current volumes becomes expensive.
How do you ensure quality and maintain it and certify that it's organic?
Right.
Because that's the biggest
Yeah, that's the
challenge.
biggest. There are certification norms in the country, and the government has also accredited, the global certification agencies to check those.
How are you figuring out your pricing points, especially current inflation rates को देखकर? तो वो कैसे आप decide कर रहे हो?
So see, our pricing is in the end dependent on the market rate, because the way we pay our farmers is we look at the market price and we pay them a premium on top of that. So basically, as I said, the way it works out, if you look at, for example, our transportation cost, it's around 17 rupees a kg right now. So there's a set formula, and it ends up being in that 10 to 20 rupee extra per kg.
The Indian restaurant industry is worth more than 50,000 crores today, and about 30,000 crores is based in casual and fine dining restaurants today. And today the restaurateurs have no clue how this money is being spent, who are these people who are spending this money. There is no way to track that. How are we trying to solve this? Is through our electronic reservation book, which makes the whole system completely manager agnostic at the restaurant end. Our current business model, we charge a simple per diner booking fees to the restaurant, which is 50 rupees per diner that we seat. In addition to that, we obviously have a lot of banner space on our website, which can be sold for online advertising. And in addition, we've got the ERB, or the electronic reservation book, which I talked about, for which we charge a monthly subscription fee of 4,000 rupees a month. It's a minimal charge, but then it adds on to our revenue.
How do you see yourself, in 5 years from now?
The target audience that we are looking at, for them, it has to be the de facto place to book a party, whether they want to get a get together for 30 people, whether it's a couple dinner, a romantic dinner for 2 people. We are the de facto solution. And even from the restaurant side, we should be, in 5 years from now, should be indispensable.
BPOs in the city were becoming increasingly more difficult to manage because of the attrition, because of the margin pressure, because of the rising infrastructure. There was a business problem because of that. There was a social problem of high potential, no opportunity, more migration happening rather than anything else. Marrying these two and addressing two big issues became a different kind of success definition that we started out with. What's different about our model is it's a for-profit, but it's a social enterprise. The objectives are to address these two big problems, but in a for-profit way. We said, let's define the sticky customer. Let's define the areas where इन बच्चों का potential सबसे ज़्यादा maximize कर सकते हैं, back office jobs उठाते हैं. So we are doing work in financial services. We are doing work in legal services. We are doing work in publishing, where we do many things for our customers at a price point which is much lower, thereby taking the definition of success not just at the individual level, at the community level, at the business benefit to the customer level, and then at the national level. The technology, of course, is a key enabler. That's a very core part of our model, and there is a very big emphasis on learning and development that we place. So that's the crux of how we've managed to do it successfully. In 4 years, to have 300 people working in 5 centers and to get the kind of work we have in these areas has been practically possible a lot because of the training mechanisms and the learning and development frameworks that we made and executed.
We are a technology development company. We develop new technologies in the field of polymers, waste and advanced materials. Suppose an industry has a problem related to waste. They don't know how to use that waste, and they don't know, there are lots of regulatory issues. We will take that waste, we'll study what are the possibilities of monetizing that waste, how to make it more useful. And after studying that, we develop the technology, and then we transfer the technology to the client. Currently we are developing technologies. In future, what we are planning to do is we would be commercializing it. Lots of agencies across India, across globe, who develop technologies, CSIR or IITs. There are many companies who are into commercializing of this technology developed by CSIR and IITs. The thing is gap. The technologies developed by CSIR is not market ready, and the commercializing agencies don't know what to do with that. So they only take market ready technologies. Here we pitch in. We will develop those we will take the technology rights. We will make them market ready, and then we'll sell it. So this is how we are looking for our company to grow. Revenues will be coming from contract research plus royalties plus टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर कॉस्ट.
पूरी दिन की मेहनत के बाद दिल्ली की जूरी तैयार है रिजल्ट्स डिक्लेयर करने के लिए. यहाँ पर हमने काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग बिजनेसेस को सामने देखा, उनको परखा. मुश्किल रहा है हमारे लिए. हमारे आपस में एक डिबेट भी हुआ कि किसे रखें किसे ना रखें. आप सबकी स्कोरिंग काफ़ी कड़ी थी, काफ़ी क्लोज कंपटीशन रहा है. लेकिन जो आगे बढ़ रहा है उनमें शामिल है आईसी ऑर्गेनिक अश्मीत कपूर, तन्मय पांड्या, ओके कंग्रेचुलेशन तन्मय, और साथ ही धीरज ढोलवाल, कंग्रेचुलेशन। और इसके साथ ही हमें मिल चुके हैं मास्टर ट्रेनर के 3 दावेदार, अश्मीत कपूर, धीरज डोलवानी और तन्मय पांड्या। तो हो चुका है चुनाव नॉर्थ जोन के 4 प्रतियोगियों का और ये चारों कैंडिडेट्स पहुंच गए हैं हमारे एलिमिनेशन राउंड में। इसी के साथ लेंगे हम एक छोटा सा ब्रेक, लेकिन आप बने रहिए सीएनबीसी आवाज के साथ, क्योंकि आगे हम आपको ले चल रहे हैं मुंबई, जहां होगा वेस्ट जोन के प्रतियोगियों के बीच कड़ा मुकाबला। देखेंगे कौन आगे निकलता है मास्टर ट्रेनर की रेस में।